Hey there foodies, thanks for joining me. Today the weather was a bit miserable outside with all the rain and fog, so I'm whipping up something tasty and comforting inside. Today I want to share with you one of my all-time favourite go-to meals. It's easy, inexpensive and really yummy. The recipe comes from a very old Mexican cookbook I have, and it's one of those dishes that just gets better with every bite. It's called Huevos Rancheros, also known as ranch eggs. So to start with, I begin by prepping my ingredients. I finely dice one small onion and I set it aside. Next I mince 2 small cloves of garlic and add them to the onion as I'll be frying them both together. The authentic version calls for serrano chillies, but since they're not available where I live, I use bottled jalapenos instead. They're a great substitute and have a lovely flavour. They're a cousin of the serrano, so they're not too far off. So I finely dice about 2 tablespoons of the jalapeno chilies and I set them aside. I also need about 2 tablespoons of finely diced coriander, so I chop that up and set it aside as well. Lastly, I take around 500 grams of tomatoes, about 5 medium-sized ones. I remove the seeds and I dice the flesh. You can substitute a tin of tomatoes, but I prefer using fresh tomatoes since the tin ones in Australia can be quite acidic. Now that all the ingredients are prepped, it's time to make the sauce. I heat up a heavy based pan on the stove and I add enough olive oil to cover the base, about 2 or 3 tablespoons. Then I add the chopped onion and garlic and I stir them over a medium-high heat for about 3 to 4 minutes until the onion has softened and has become translucent. Next I add the diced tomatoes, followed by the jalapeno chilies, 1 small teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of sugar, and a half a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. I give it a good stir and bring it to a boil. Once it's reached boiling, I reduce the heat to low and let it simmer gently, uncovered, stirring often for about 15 minutes. After the mixture has been cooking for 15 minutes and the tomatoes have broken down, I turn off the heat and stir through the coriander. I place a lid on the pot to keep it warm while I move on to the tortillas and the eggs. Today I'm using corn tortillas. I warm up a heavy based fry pan and add a little oil. Then I fry the tortillas for a couple of minutes on each side over a moderately high heat until they show a little bit of colour. I remove them from the pan and I fry the next lot. After I finish frying the tortillas, using the same pan, I add a knob of butter and when it's sizzling, I crack some eggs into it. I fry the eggs for a few minutes over a moderately low heat until the whites are set. Then I turn down the heat, cover the pan and let the eggs steam for only a minute or so. And then it's time to plate up. I lay some tortillas on the plate and place an egg in the middle of each one. Then I spoon some sauce around each egg. Traditional sides are sliced avocado and refried beans, but neither were available to me today. So for Mike, I add some sour cream, some chili sauce and some grated cheese. And for me, I like to keep it simple and I just sprinkled over some more fresh coriander. And that's it, such a delicious and easy meal that's perfect for any day of the week and any meal of the week. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you again soon.